So problems on constraint motion, and yesterday we have dealt with a question there. Before I go to problems on constraint motion, as is some of you are asking, Vignesh, you are asking about this question, and others also can just look at this. We had done a similar question. In that case, man was standing on the platform and it was held in a state of equilibrium. This is a similar question. A man is raising himself on the crate. This is some kind of platform. It's a cage here. And it makes sense if there's a pulley here, if he applies a large enough force, what will happen? The whole cage will move upwards. It can have upward acceleration. So this is a rope mass pulley system. This is the kind of system which is there here. What is the question here? Mass of the man is given. This mass of man is 100 kg, a really heavy man, bulky man. I don't know why he should get up there. And the mass of the crate is only 50 kg. So this platform or whatever cage which is there, this mass is 50 kg, G is 10. And he himself, he wants to apply force so that this entire system can move up with an acceleration A is equal to 5 meter per second square. If this is a question, if I have to solve, and these are very simple, F is equal to ma kind of question. So let's say here, what we need to calculate tension in the rope. So what is the force he has to apply? If he applies tension T here, since it is same rope, this also tension has to be T. So this is how we display, how we mark. This tension is T. So what we need to do, we need to find this value of T. There are a couple of ways. The yesterday we solved in one method. This is, we'll take slightly different system, and similar thing you could have done in previous question also. So I have to take a system such that the tension becomes an external force. It must cut across the rope. So what if I take this as a section? This is so whatever is within this boundary is part of my system. So I notice here now, if I take this whole thing as a system, what are the external force acting? External force is of course field force. Field force is due to gravity, which is equal to 150 into G, so 1500. And this 1000, this 150, so 1500 Newton force due to gravity. And what are external force? There's a contact here and there's a contact here. That's what you should understand. Contact, and if we imagine the boundary, wherever it touches anything, there's a contact force. And here this force is T, and this force is T. So that's how you see. And if I draw a simplified free body diagram, what free body diagram will contain? We represent the whole system with a single point. We mark all the forces in direction. So all external forces. So here there's a force between all internal forces are they will cancel out. So this force is 1500 Newton due to weight. And it's better to mark mass. What is the mass of the whole system? Mass of the system we can also write, which is 150 kg. And the upward force is equal to 2T. And what is left is acceleration. Acceleration is equal to 5 meter per second square in the upward direction. So what we'll do is choose the coordinate system also as positive in the upward direction. Now simply write the equation. Summation of forces in y direction has to be equal to mvy. Let's put those values. What are the forces which are positive? 2T is positive and 1500 is negative. And that has to be equal to mass of the system 150 into acceleration, which is 5. So that is what 2T is equal to. So 2T is equal to 150 into 5 plus 150 into 10. So which is equal to 150 into 15. So that's 2T. So we can find the value of T also. So this is something I think I hope you understood. We could have taken this also system. In that case, that here, what is the force on the support which is holding the whole system? The force on this whole system will be twice the T. So that's a fairly simple one. Let's move on to some more simple application of constraint motion. This is also a simple example, but just good to practice. So here, friction filler, there's a pulley here, and there's no friction on the floor and on smooth surface. A constant force P is applied. So you can imagine here, you can tie the rope on the pulley. It is connected to mass M. We apply a force here P. So constant force applied. What is the acceleration of block A and the pulley? What will happen when you apply this force here? This block also will move certain acceleration and pulley also will move certain acceleration. So let's see how we easily calculate. Moment we have a pulley and a force acting, we can always take pulley as a system. And if we take pulley as a system, advantage of taking pulley as a system, we can find out the value of tension here. If this force is P, naturally net force has to be 0. These two tensions, since it's the same rope, tension has to be equal. And sum of these two has to be equal to P. So this tension also becomes P by 2. And the lower one also becomes P by 2. So here also in the block, force acting is always pulling force is away from the object, which is P by 2. So once we understood this one, this becomes really easy. Now, if I take this block as a system, this block AA will have an acceleration force by mass. It will be P by 2m. That's the acceleration of block A. But how do I find acceleration of pulley? The acceleration of pulley, since pulley is massless, zero mass, I cannot apply Newton's law of motion. So how do we find out acceleration of pulley here? Jaideep, can you tell me how would you find acceleration of pulley? The pulley also
from the formula, sir, it will be the average of the two axes.
Average of the two. So basically, very good. So this is something moment you notice pulley. So we need to know. Okay. So I need to look at if I take one particle on the string here and other particle on the string. So this particle and this part of the string has an acceleration. What is the acceleration this particle will have, Jaideep?
Since it's fixed, it won't have
acceleration. So this has zero acceleration. This is an acceleration of AA. So this will be average of the two. So acceleration of pulley will be half of AA. Very simple, and we get our answer. So P by 2m, P by 4m. That's the acceleration of the pulley. I hope this is pretty simple here, and we'll keep this in mind. And this kind of things are very easy, and we'll look at some more applications of a similar concept. Okay, acceleration of pulley is this. Now, this also in a way is a similar question. And all of you, I'll give a couple of minutes for all of you to think of a way to solve first. How are we going to logically solve this question? So if we apply a force of 300 Newton, you can easily notice if this is 300 Newton. Similar way, if we distribute here, this becomes 150, 150. This also becomes 150 Newton. It will get divided by taking equilibrium of this pulley. By considering equilibrium of pulley Q, again I'm repeating for the rest of the people, this is 75 Newton and this is 75 Newton. Sorry, this we should show like this. And this also 75, 75. Now this weight is 50 Newton and this is 100 Newton. So what will happen? This will get lifted up because the upward force is greater than weight. And this will have zero acceleration. So AA will not be zero. What is necessary condition for acceleration not to be zero? Basically, the tension must be greater than its weight. That's the condition for block to start moving. So if we apply for 75 Newton, what will be acceleration of A? Now T is equal to, we can easily draw the free body diagram, or I could have written T is equal to mg plus A naught. So what is the acceleration it will have? Or I could draw the free body diagram, because now it gets lifted up, it loses contact with the surface and there will not be any normal reaction. Only two forces will act, which will be tension due to string, which is 75 Newton, and gravitational force downward, which is 50 Newton, and it will have an acceleration in upward direction. I take the sign upward direction positive. So 75 minus 50 is equal to 5 into A. So acceleration will be equal to 5 meters per second square. If acceleration of A is 5 meters per second square, can someone tell me what would be the acceleration of pulley? So this is part B we are solving. So what we arrived in part B so far? Part B arrived at AA will be equal to 5 meters per second square and AB will be equal to 0. Because still 75 Newton is less than 100 Newton. What has happened when I applied a force of 75 Newton? The normal reaction has got reduced from 100 Newton initially when no force was applied to 25 Newton. So normal reaction 25 Newton, this is 75 Newton in a state of rest. This is AB is equal to 0. If I have to calculate what is the acceleration of pulley, will this pulley move? If I apply force of 300 Newton, the pulley also will have an upward acceleration. And what will the acceleration of pulley? Acceleration of pulley we cannot calculate from Newton's law of motion because it's massless. What I have to do now, before I calculate acceleration of P, first I need to calculate what is the acceleration of pulley Q. Acceleration of pulley Q will be half of the acceleration of the string on this side and the string on this side. This side of the string, this block is not moving, the string also in a state of equilibrium, no part of the string is moving. and this one is having upward acceleration of 5. So it will be equal to 1 by 2, 5 plus 0. So acceleration of q will be equal to 2.5 meter per second square. Now I come to p here. Acceleration of p will be equal to this side. It is not in motion. This acceleration is 0. And this point is having acceleration of 2.5. So acceleration of p will be equal to 1 by 2. Of this acceleration is 0. Another acceleration is 2.5. So acceleration of p will be equal to 1.25 meter per second square. Similarly, can we solve the part C as well? Similarly, what happens when the force is 500 Newton? Can we solve that part as well? How many you can solve part C? Anish, can you solve part C now?
Yes, sir, I can.
Can you tell me one by one, how would you do that? F is 500 Newton. So how should I produce? Similar way, can you tell step by step how to solve? What is the next step? Not clear? Bhagishri, can you tell what is the next step?
Force on Q is 250. Sir.
Force on?
Q will the pulley Q will be 250, half of the
250. You know, so this half of it will get distributed. So this will become 250 Newton. And then
force on A and B would be 125 respectively.
125, 125. Now this is 125 Newton and this also is 125 Newton. Now, will this block B also get lifted off or not?
Yes. Sir.
Why it will get lifted off?
The tension is greater than the mass.
Greater than the weight force. You know, so if tension is greater than its weight, it will get lifted off. Now we can easily calculate what would be acceleration of A. Can you tell me? It's very easy to calculate. What will be acceleration of A? Its weight is 50. So what is the net force acting on this? Net upward force is 75 and mass is 5. So A will have acceleration of 15 meter per second square. What will the acceleration of B per Bhagishri?
5. Sir.
5. And so net force is 125 minus 100 by its mass.
2.5.
2.5 meter per second. This is equal to 2.5 meter per second square. Now, what will be the acceleration of Q now?
The average of these two.
Average of the two. So 15 plus 2.5 divided by 2. That's the acceleration of Q. So that will be equal to 17.5 divided by 2. And what will be the acceleration P? That will be equal to half of AQ. It will be 17.5 by 2. So pretty simple. We can solve such question pretty easily. And I hope all of you followed this point. Anish?
Sir?
You didn't tell me properly. Are you clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Of course, and you can easily solve. Okay. Next question is something like this. Again, all of you give a couple of minutes. All of you try. Advay? Grishma? Okay. So let's look at this here. Basically what will happen. So let me assume first, let's say this is 1 meter per second. And let me assume whichever direction. Let me take, see this also will move. So let me assume this velocity is VQ. Those were a little difficulty. So what will happen now? Velocity of pulley P will be equal to this point, which is VB. Will be equal to one end is connected to B. It will be equal to VB plus VQ with proper sign. So if I take upward as positive, what will happen? Then I'll substitute VP 0 anyway, because this pulley is not moving, is equal to 1 by 2. And VB is 1. And VQ I'll substitute as negative, because this is downwards. So if I this equate to 0, I find velocity of Q will be equal to 1 meter per second. And which is coming in the positive sign means my assumed direction was correct. So I found VQ velocity. Now when VQ comes down, what will happen? VR also will come down. How would I calculate velocity of VR? Let's see that velocity of how would sorry. So See, he calculated VQ. We have found out VQ is equal to 1 meter per second. But VQ also is related to velocity of this point B and velocity of R. These three are related. How are they related now? VQ is equal to 1 by 2 VB plus VR. Again, we'll take upward direction. If I take upward direction as positive, and let me assume here, because since Q is coming down, let me assume the direction to be downwards. So if I'm assuming a direction, particular direction, I need to substitute as per the direction. If answer comes positive, it means assumed direction was correct. If comes negative, it means assumed direction is incorrect. We can assume any direction. So what is VQ now? Since I have taken upward positive, I'll substitute -1 here is equal to 1 by 2. VB is +1. And what is VR equal to? Plus I'll substitute VR is minus here. So what do you get in -2 is equal to 1 minus VR, or we get VR is equal to 3. Similarly, when we come to VR is equal to 3, now VR also we have found which is equal to 3 meter per second. What is VR equal to now? And we all this I think we're writing, but I think it's much easier to do in your mind. What is VR equal to? Again, VR is equal to 1 by 2 VB plus VA. And again, if I take upward direction positive, VR is -3 is equal to 1 by 2. VB is +1. And VA is, I am assuming it to be downward direction, minus VA. If I use VA is equal to 7. Some of you are following this, Anish?
Yes, sir.
But why are you not able to solve before I mention? Is this anything difficult here? Is the sign you have understood? Sign for you followed, Anish?
Yes, sir, I follow.
Okay. And I was telling the second part. I don't know how many have followed second part, what I was mentioning. If I have to solve other way around, I hope this is done by everybody has followed. So I'll erase this off. And we can do it in mind, average. See, this average has to be 2. If this here, the average is 0. If one is +1, other has to be -1. If one average has to be -1, one quantity is +1, the other has to be -3. Then only the average becomes -1. Here average is -3, one of them +1. So what will make average? This has to be -7. Then only average becomes very you can do it in mind. Other thing I was mentioning is, suppose if this mass is m and this mass also is m, and if we have to find not velocity, if we have to find the acceleration, how would you find acceleration of A and B? In that case, what we'll do here, we'll assume let this tension here be T. If this tension is T, this whole string will have tension T. Just all of you pay attention. This is something those who want to understand. If this is T, this part is T here. And since this two are T, this tension becomes 2T here. This also becomes 2T. And this string tension also becomes 2T. And since these two are 2T, if I take the equilibrium of pulley Q, this becomes equal to 4T. And this becomes 4T. And this also becomes equal to 4T. And so now just think of it. What will happen? See what it says here. See, in the whole system, there is something called work done by the string. The string by itself has no source of energy. The work done by the string has to be always 0. So it means if this goes down by distance x, if this goes down by distance xa, in this case, if this goes down by distance xa, and this goes up by distance xb, net work done by string forces have to be equal to 0. So this is total force is 70. So 70 into xb is the work done by string connected to b here. Positive work done, and here this will do negative work because the displacement is acting in the downward direction. This work done is T into xa is equal to 0, which gives you xa is equal to 7 xb and va is equal to 7 vb. Yes.
So there is some work done by the string on the pulleys Q and R also, right, sir?
No, pulley and R also, if they move, the net is 0, the force is 0. So overall it becomes 0 only. See, all string forces put together on the pulley. What is the net forces in the pulley? Will any
yes,
work
sir,
be done by
zero.
this one? It will come 0. No, so this is something we don't, I'm just saying whether there's a reason why it came to 70. Just understand this. Now, more than that is not necessary. So I hope this point also is understood by most of people, other than this velocity. And yes, Alan?
Sir, here the ratio of accelerations and velocities are inverse, right?
Yes, but basically, can they both move in the same direction? Yes, ratio and velocity are inverse, correct. So what you're saying here, and you see, ratio of velocity and acceleration are inverse.
Yes, so like AB by A will be 7 by 1.
No, velocity
And 1 by
ratio.
7, sorry.
No, acceleration, if velocity is 7 times, it is possible to reach this velocity only when the acceleration is 7 times. There will not be inverse ratio. Just do that again. So AA also will be equal to 7 times AB. Displacement, velocity, and acceleration, they will all be at the same ratio. So if this moves up by 1 meter, if this goes down by 7 meter, it means if this velocity B, this velocity is 7. If this acceleration A, this will have 7A downwards.
Sir, here B will have 7 times the force of A, right?
So what does it tell you? If it has 7 times force, does it mean, see, any object has 7 times force, but does it mean it will have 7 times acceleration?
They have the same mass, right?
But there's a weight also acting. There's a weight also acting. How do you ignore that weight? So there's something you're missing, Alan. Just think it again. It has to have same ratio. And then so you solve it and then tell me afterwards what you have done. After the class, you tell me what you have done. I think there's something you're missing. See, just because the force is 7 times, it doesn't mean, see, which direction the net force will act on this? On this, net force is downwards. Here, the net force is upwards. So this minus, okay, this has to be the ratio. I hope this point is clear. Why acceleration of A has to be greater? Hala, do you need to tell me? Why would acceleration of A has to be greater? See, are you clear? If this moves up by 1 meter, this will come down by 7 meter. Any doubt on that?
No, sir.
No, if this moves up by 1 meter, it moves down by 7 meter. And so basically, if displacement can be 7 times more, only if the acceleration and velocity also 7 times more. Starting from last. Okay, and just solve the question here. It's just for your help. If I'm saying, if I take AB as acceleration here, AB is acceleration of B mass, AA is acceleration of A mass. How would I write the equation here? AA will be equal to 7 times AB. To use this condition, let me write AA. In this case, I will take downward positive. AA will be equal to mg minus T by M. And AB will be equal to, what will AB be equal to? 7T minus mg by M. Then I'll substitute in this equation mg minus T by M. AA has to be equal to 7 times, sorry, this is 70 minus mg by M. You understood how the equations are formed, Ahlad?
Yes, sir.
So this is what we need to follow. That's the step we need to follow. Jaideep,
Yes, sir.
are you following this question?
Yes, sir. Understood.
All parts clear?
Yes, sir.
So different values of mass also. See, whatever mass we choose, even if we take mm mass, still the ratio of acceleration will be equal to 1:7. If we take any other mass also, will the ratio of acceleration change? No, tension will change. Tension will adjust in such a way that this constraint in terms of length of the string. Constraint is such, if B moves by 1 unit, A has to move by 7 units. So it means displacement will be 7 times, velocity will be 7 times, acceleration will be 7 times. So if we take mass m also, still the ratio is 1:7. If I make this mass m and if I change this mass to 10m, will the both acceleration will change, tension will change, but ratio of acceleration will still remain 7.
Yes, sir.
Ahlad, is that clear?
Yes, sir. I forgot about gravity.
So basically what we need to keep in mind, as the mass changes, tension will keep adjusting itself so that these conditions are met. Okay, fine. let's move on to next question here. This is a relatively simple question. Find the velocity of a block A. If a block is moving not upward is necessary. Block is moving the velocity of 1 meter per second in this direction. This whole block is moving towards left. Then what we have to find? We have to find the velocity of block A. And its orientation remains same. It is not toppling kind of thing. Sometimes people think it will fall or something.